Hey, sorry, still got a stupid little bit of a stupid cough. How is everyone? Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. Nana Cat. Hi Kathleen. Hi Deb. Jatin. Hi Carrie. Steph. Dinky Jen. Maureen. Whoops. Gotta kill my volume on YouTube. Crafty. Hi. Kalina. It's freezing cold here, -6. But I'm snuggled and watching and crocheting. Cool. Stay warm. Yeah, it's going to be 73 here today, I think. Something like that. I know. No one wants to hear that. Hi, Terry. How are you, honey? What's everybody doing today? I just thought I'd pop on. I got some Christmas gifts to show. I have a couple of finished objects. Hi, Diane. How are you? How is everyone besides cold? I know it's not cold here, so I can't complain about the weather. We pay a sun tax here. That's why it's so expensive to live in Southern California. Fuzzy butt. Hi, honey. How are you? Welcome in, everyone. Hi, Kali. How are you? I know. I say, how are you? Like you can just answer me back. We all do it, though. It's crazy. Awesome. Can't wait to see my goodies. All right. You want to see Happy Mail first or finished objects? Divitino. Hi, honey. Hi, Trish. How are you? Not cold here. Chilly morning, but warms up. Okay, good. I'm glad. Yeah, it's usually a little bit chilly here in the morning, but Crafty. Trish, did it seem odd when you finished your 100 blankets? Yeah, because I felt like I kept going for this goal, and then all of a sudden it was done. And I've been working on other things, but not at the rapid speed I was going to get them done. Jaxie gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, honey. Who got them? Oh, Nicole, good. Crafty. P.S. Jay-Z. Lana. Debbie. Nice. Welcome to the blanket members. I know I owe 2. I got to send 2 Happy Mails out. I just haven't gotten around to doing them. I have this pile of packages to go out. I got to get them out. Hi, Quilty. How are you, honey? Hi, Sugar. So I will get them out. All right, let's do the same thing. Membership gifting. There you go. Let's see who got mine. Let's see. CC Angel, Sugar. Ruth. Ellen. And who's that? Bird Mama. Cool. Welcome. Hi, Laura. Welcome to the blanket members. That's so cool. I love doing that. Yay. If you don't know, my blanket members, I do a drawing once a month on or about the 15th of the month, and I give away one of my blankets. I have 2. I have October and November to get out in the mail, so I apologize for my tardiness. Yay, Sugar. Cool. That's awesome. I'm so glad you're watching on TV. Ew, Laura. Ew. You see every pore and every wrinkle on TV. It's crazy. All right. Happy Meal. Let's see. I got 2 mystery gifts. This came in from Amazon. It just said Merry Christmas from one of your subscribers. So I don't know who it was. But I got 9 skeins of Red Hat, 3 in Light Sage. Pretty good. I'm not going to take them out of the plastic, but you can see the color. Light Sage. Red Hat Super Saver is a 4-weight. It has, maybe I have to. No. Here's the yardage. I should know it by heart, but I don't. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to rip it because I can't see it. That's okay. No big deal. We'll keep them in the plastic. Red Hat Super Save. It says to use a 5mm. I never use a 5mm with this. I always use a 6. Where's the yardage on here? Oh, there it is. 364 yards, 333 meters, 7 ounces. I got 3 in the frosty green. Pretty color. I've had this one before. This is what I made the Tree of Life out of. Yeah. And then I got 3 in Ocean. I think this is Ocean. Pool. Pretty blue. Same specs, same everything. Yep. And then I got 3 in this color, which is, oh gosh. Where's the name on here? Can't see the name. Mulberry. So I got 9 skeins. You're welcome, Ruth. How are you, honey? So they all look pretty together. So we'll see. But yeah, they go well together. Probably throw cream or white with them, and they'll be boggy blankets for next year. So thank you, whoever you are. I appreciate it. Always appreciate you. Never have enough. Seems like you always have enough, but then you run out of this, that, or the other. So, excuse me. Still with the cough. It just won't go away. I feel fine. It's just the cough. Okay, then I also got these in. These came in from Better World Books. Again, no note, no nothing. So I don't know who they're from, but they're 3 great books. I didn't open them ahead of time because you never know. I don't like to take chances. This one is a hardcover, and it says Design Your Own Crochet Project. Cool. I mean, I know how, but it's nice to have something like this. This is great. It gives you all the measurements, all your counts, all your everything. Whoop, a bookmark fell out. So, yeah, it's really cool. Approximate yardage to use for what size project you want to make. Yeah, I know. When is the the deadline is middle of January, I believe. Carrie, just send them to Nancy. I got to get mine out too. Yeah, it's a nice book. So yeah, I'll spend a couple hours reading through this. You can always learn stuff. I don't care how much you think you know. I mean, I've been at this for, I don't want to tell you how many years, since I was 6 years old, but it's always good to learn new things. So get ideas from different people. So this is great. I love it. Love it. Okay, the other books are both pattern books. This one is a designer crochet book, which is really cool. I kind of thumbed through this too. There's a lot of nice patterns in here. You can make a dress. It's all kinds of stuff. Let's see. Oh, I like that. That's cool. At the top. That's pretty. I like that. Yeah. So this is a shawl sweater. Trying not to show the pattern because I don't want to do that. They're copywritten. We don't want to show patterns that are copywritten. Poncho top, if you're into that, not my thing, but they're pretty. A lot of pretty ones. A lot of good ideas. So I like that. Oh, I like this one. This is called Beginner Cardi. I like that a lot. That's really nice. Yeah. So yeah. That's really cool. There's some nice shawls in here and Ruana, belted Ruana. All kinds of cool ideas. So that was nice. And this one, the third one is called Couture Crochet. Try not to get the glare. This one too has some really pretty ones in it. I kind of thumbed through it. I didn't read through it yet, but kind of thumbed through it. How to construct with chevrons. That's cool. I mean, not something I would wear, but the construction is nice, you know. I like that a lot. Yeah, end of January. Is it end of January? I know they were on last night. They had taken 2 weeks off from boggy openings, and I completely blew it off last night. I have to watch the replay. I started watching the replay earlier, but I can't believe I forgot. I think that's the first one I've ever missed. I just, for some reason, didn't even dawn on me that it was Wednesday. And yeah, so. I don't usually do that. I don't usually miss. Oh, I like that. Pretty skirt. Oops, that way. Yeah, so anyway, there's a lot of good ideas in these books. Oh, this one's pretty too. I really like this. Look at the construction of that skirt with the buttons. And it's got a top that goes with it, so it can make a whole outfit. That'd be really pretty for the holidays. Oops, that way. Yeah, they get in the glare from my light. I'm sorry. I know. I called last night to wish my nephew a happy birthday, but you did not answer the phone. Oh, this is a pretty dress, too. Look at that. Oops. Happy birthday, TJ! So, yeah, there's lots of good ideas in here. Oh, this looks like micro fringe. It's not, but it reminds me of micro fringe. They put flowers on the bag. Look like little pansies. Again, not my thing, but someone else may like it. All right, just talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to look through the... Oh, I like this sweater, too. That was really pretty. Oops. Keep going the wrong way. I like that a lot. With the right yarn, that would be really pretty. Hi, Brat. How are you? Oh, God, I can't. So, anyway, yeah, I could spend hours just going through these books. So, I don't know who sent them, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. They're all really cool. So, that's good. Very nice. So if you sent me either one of those happy mails, if you want to stay anonymous, I understand, but it could, it'd be nice if you just send me a quick email so I can know who to thank myself anyway, because it's going to sit back and continue working on myself. Okay, honey, you do that. You love your new book? Oh, good. I sent Jaxie a book for Christmas, for her Christmas gift. A knitting book. Okay. Sorry. And this box came in from Amazon, and there was a note in this one. So at least I know who this one is from. This one came in from Niecy, just because she wanted to send me a little Christmas something. Not necessary, but really sweet. So it's, let me see if I can find the right. They put all these little papers in here. Merry Christmas from Niecy, freehandly made AU crochet. Thank you, sweetheart. So she sent me 3 things. Love this. Look at this. Takes big balls to be a crocheter. And she got red hair. I love it. It's great. And inside, it's all project. It's project. Notes. You can keep track of all your projects, which is great. What hook, what pattern, design source, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff. What colors you use. Put a yarn sample if you want. So how many hours it spent, the cost of the materials. I mean, it's got everything in here. So yeah, it's really cool. There's a bunch of that. So I just love the cover too. That's awesome. That is so me. Love it. Hi, Bree. How are you, honey? And he sent me some tea. I love loose tea. So this is Blueberry Wild Child. Blueberry Wild Child. Loose tea. Love it. I haven't tried it yet, so I'll try it later on today. Hi, Trish. How are you? I already said hi, right? Yeah. No, well. I could say hi twice. And then there was this beautiful box. Look at this beautiful box. I was like, wow, what is that in this beautiful box? It's so pretty. Right? I love new books, too. It's great. I could spend hours looking at books. Such a pretty box. You open it up, and it's like that inside. Love it. Hi, Doreen. How are you? Hi, Dreamy. So, yeah, I got a new Red Sox hat. So I'll wear it for next week's Luck of the Draw. I've been wearing Patriots hat. I wear a Patriots hat. So I know. Isn't that cool? Look at that beautiful box it came in. I'm like, wow, fancy. Fancy hat. I love it. Thank you so much, honey. You didn't have to do that. But it's appreciated. Yeah. Get rid of that box. Get rid of that box. Oh, I know. Isn't it nice? It's so sweet. No one ever has to send anything. Hi, Doreen, popping in on your lunch hour. Cool. Yeah, so nice. You never have to send anything, but it's appreciated. It's so sweet. We all appreciate Happy Mail. We all like getting stuff in the mail. It's so nice. So, okay, let's see. I have two finished that I finished this week anyway. One last week, one this week. This was a commission piece. This is going to Kerry. I had done all the panels. This was, I forget the name of it. I got the pattern over there. The bookworm blanket. Yeah. What you did is you made it in panels. You made all these separate panels and then you had to sew them together. Well, I have no problem with that. But the panels weren't the same width. Some of them, I mean, and you read the pattern. I read the pattern through the whole thing because I always read a pattern all the way through. And I was looking at it and I'm like, this isn't going to line up as I was reading it. But well, I'll give it a try and see what happens. Sure enough, it didn't line up. So I had to do a bunch of decreases and whatnot to make it not be puckery when I stitched them together. But it came out really nice. So I'm happy with it. You made two of each panel except the center, which was that flower section. That's your middle. But everything else has two panels, and you put one and one and one and one and so on. So, yeah. But it's really long. I think it ended up like 80 inches long by 50 something wide. It's really long. So I would do this pattern again, but I would not do it in panels. I would just continually do it. And I didn't have enough yarn. It wanted a 5-round border of moss stitch. I did 3 rounds. It's plenty. It's plenty. It just gave it a little edge, to even out all those different stitches. But it was a challenge. This is not a beginner pattern. I wouldn't call it a beginner pattern because it was a challenge to put these panels together because the stitch counts were different. Some started with 137 stitches, others started with 139 or so on, So it was, it was a challenge to line them up so it didn't pucker when I put it together, So, but I'm happy with it. It came out really pretty. So, yeah. And it's nice. I like doing different stitch work. You don't get bored with it that way. But you did two. This is the top panel and the bottom. And then this is the second and the second from last and so on. So I would not make it as long as this next time. And I would continually do, just change my stitches as I go. Because like I say, it wasn't, it wasn't fun to have to line up everything. And I put it together with just a simple join, single crochet join in the back. So it's got a little bit of a ridge in the back. But yeah, but I like it. And the color's really pretty. It's going in your bedroom. Yeah, so I did this one for Kerry. So I got to get it out in the mail to her. So that's hers. But yeah, I would do it again, like I said, but I would not do it in separate panels. I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would change my stitch counts and continually go that way. But I mean, that's folded in half and it's really long. Yeah, that's folded in half. It's touching the floor. That's how long this thing is. Yeah, but it came out really nice. I like it. I'm happy with it. So I hope she likes it. So that'll go out in the mail to Carrie. And then I finished this one. I used for this one's up for grabs. If anyone's interested, just email me and we could talk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, 8 cakes of shawl and a cake. This is shawl and a cake. 481 yards. It says it's a 4-weight. Not in my opinion. It's very thin. I held 2 together. 440 meters. I held 2 together and used a 7mm hook. And I did textured cabin squared. And when I was done, I put a picot edge around the edge. But the colors, I mean, I love doing this with shawl and a cake or shawl and a ball. It's so pretty. Look at the colors. I mean, it's just the way it changes. And like I say, I held 2 together with a 7mm hook. And I think it's 60 by 60 square, a little more than 60. So this one is available if anyone's interested for a Christmas gift or whatever. But yeah, so I just did, like I say, I went around with a picot edge just to give it a little zhuzh. But I love how these work up. I love putting shawl in a ball. I took two, and I didn't let them start at the same color. So I pulled from the outside of one and the inside of the other. That way the colors would be different as they go together. But oh my God, the colors in this is just so pretty. So yeah, so this one's up for grabs if anyone's interested. Right? Yeah, I love this. It's so pretty. Look at the colors in here. And you don't have to worry about it. It just changes on its own and it looks so nice. So yeah, I finished this one I think yesterday. Yeah. So, but yeah, I will do more like this. I have a lot of shawl in the balls and shawl in the cakes. So I'll do more like this because I really love how the colors show up. It's so pretty. And you don't have to worry about color controlling with this because you know how I am with color control and I struggle with that. But I think it was Jen Reeves has one that I made like this. That she had won on one of the giveaways or one of the auctions for somebody. I don't know. But yeah. But oh my God, yeah, and it's so squish and it's so pretty. Just pretty. So yeah, that one's, I don't know where to put things. That one's up for grabs. I also have a few shawls that are ready to go if anyone's interested in shawls. This is, Jaxie, help me out. This is one of Juan's patterns. I don't remember. But I won't know what my color is. So looking. Sorry. This is I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, this is one of Juan's patterns that I did with Red Hot. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna remember the name of the end. I'm holding it up. It's a good size one. The colors are beautiful in this too. Genesis. Yes, it is. It's Genesis. Yep. Thank you. I knew you'd know. I don't remember the names of everything, but yeah, this one is available too. Not Roll With It. Unforgettable. Unforgettable? Yeah. Unforgettable. So it's like that roving. But yeah, the pattern is really pretty. And I had it, yeah, Genesis. Yeah. See, you guys know. I don't remember names, but yeah. So this one's available too. It's up for grabs if anyone's interested. Oops, that way. I always move things the wrong way. Very colorful. It's heavy. It's a good size and it's heavy. So yeah, isn't it pretty? That one came out nice. I was happy with that one. And then this one I made with shawl in a ball. Hi Brian, how are you? This is a virus shawl. I did with shawl in a ball. This one is sparkly. Ugh. But yeah, this one's really pretty too. I think I used two shawl in a balls for this one. So it's a good size also. It's lightweight, but yeah, it's really pretty. I think it would go with a lot. And it's got sparkle in it. Let's see. I don't know if you can see you can see the sparkle. So this one is up for grabs too, if anyone's interested. Like I said, just email me and we can work things out. Patriots. Oh my, no. Oh, Chargers are okay, but Patriots are doing great this year. So yeah, I'm wearing my Patriot stuff. I always would anyway. I don't care how they do, but yeah. So this one's really pretty. It's a virus shawl. Okay, this one I made. This is wool, so keep that in mind. Yeah, I use sparkle. I'll use what I have, Cherry. I don't buy it, but people have gifted it to me. So this one is wool. There's no pattern. It's just a simple shawl that I made out of I had a couple of hanks of this wool. It's really pretty. I love the colors in it. It's just a simple window shawl that I threw together. So that one's ready to go too, if anyone's interested. I like to wear them like this. That's how I like to wear them. Over a white blouse or a white t-shirt or, yeah. But Green Bay Packers, no. No. So this one's ready to go too. I had a whole box of shawls I found the other day that I had done, so I figured I'd show them if anyone wanted anything. But yeah, so I just did a simple, but the yarn speaks for itself in this one. Yeah, that's how I like to wear them. Because it was such a busy yarn, I didn't want to do anything too intricate because you wouldn't see it. It would get lost in the colors. Can I find an explanation somewhere about the buy concept? What do you mean, Connie? If you're interested in anything that I'm showing, just send me an email if that's what you're talking about. mamaswift3@gmail.com, and we can talk prices. I don't like to give prices on here. So, Lint. Hi. So that one's up for grabs. I also have this one. It's a boho shawl with fringe. I put fringe on this one. Again, it's just a small one that I would wear like this. Yeah. It's a beautiful, rich blue, though. I love the color of this one. It's so pretty. Now I put fringe on it because some of them just need fringe. That's all. Sometimes. So yeah, again, this is a simple one, but I loved this yarn. And I believe this is, oh my goodness, I'm not going to remember her name. It's someone else's pattern. This is not mine. Ophelia Talks, maybe? I think. It's her boho shawl. But yeah, so this one has the fringe on it in the blue. It's really pretty. I like this one. Yeah. And then, what's this one? Oh, this is the green one that I made. This was a pain in the butt to make. This is ice yarn. Again, this yarn is not spun, and it's roving. And I held two together. So just imagine. But I thought it would be beautiful for Christmas time because of the deep green color, It's an emerald green. It's really pretty. No pattern for this one. I just did it. Just did my own thing. So it's an angel wing. It is a deep green. And the color's not. Oh, there you go. You can see the color better if I go close. But yeah, this one, I love this. But yeah, you don't make mistakes when you work with yarn like this because it's tough to frog. So I put a bunch of trebles around the edge to give it a ruffle and just kind of did my own thing all the way through. So that one's ready to go if anyone's interested. Yeah, I know. I'm not big on green either, but this one, the color is just so rich and deep. I had a bunch of these little skeins from Aishan, and I have it in blue also, the same yarn. So I'll do something with that. But I thought, yeah, it would be really pretty for Christmas. So, yeah, that one's ready too. And let's see, I got one more. This was the prototype for Hugs Are Free. It's a pattern that Jaxie and I wrote a few years back when a good friend of ours passed away. So this is Hugs Are Free. Again, it's an angel wing. Mine is in rust and pink, and this is like a salmon. So yeah, it's an angel wing shawl. So that one's ready too. Yes, a pattern we wrote. Jaxie did the beginning, I did the next section, and she did the next and so on. So but she did. We wrote it. She sent me a portion, the first portion, and then I wrote the second portion. And she was like, "Put my hook where? What are you talking about?" It was so funny. But yeah, it's a pretty one. I like this one. It came out really nice. This is the one I'm trying to turn into a blanket. So I've been working on that for a while, trying to turn it into a blanket from the inside out, But the stitches, it's been a challenge to work these stitches up into a blanket. So I got to work with stitch counts and stuff. But yeah, it's really pretty. I'm happy with it. So now Jaxie has a couple too that she had made. So I also have a bolero in a mustard color. Just a simple bolero. It's not going to look great over this shirt, but I'll show you what it looks like on. It's just sleeves. Let's see if I can get it right. Yeah. You too, honey. Take care. Don't work too hard. Yeah. It'll look better over something nice, not this t-shirt, but that's how it looks. Let me see if I can show you the back. So it's just a little, with the flowers. It's really pretty. Whoops. The camera went off. We back? Okay, we're back. I don't know what happened. I hit my camera and it went off. So anyway, like I said, it would look better over something appropriate. This is not, the appropriate shirt for this, but yeah. Hold, please. I don't know what happened. I moved it up, angled it up so you could see it, and it went off. So, but yeah, this is that's what it looks like. It's just a very simple, but it would look really pretty over something black or solid white or something like that. Let's see if I can bring it back down a little bit without losing my camera. Hi, Spring. How are you, honey? So that's what I have available up for grabs. If anyone's interested, like I said, just email me, mamaswift3@gmail.com, and we can talk prices. I don't like to, like I've said before, if I give prices on here, then 3 years from now, this video is still up and people go, well, you only charged that back then. Yeah, well, that was back then. So I'd rather do it through email. And I do everything through PayPal, so it's easy. So that's what I have available. Like I said, you can just email me and you want the green one for your mom? Okay. I will put it aside. This one, Jax? Hey, Rumi, how are you? Do you have a pattern for the bleep? What's a bleep? What's a bleep? This is not wool. No, this is acrylic, honey. This is acrylic. It's not wool. Good. Yeah, I'll put it aside for you. Okay. That one's not available anymore. It's Jaxie's. Good. I'm glad you're okay. You staying warm, Cindy? She's always cold. Cindy lives in Florida, but she's always cold. Yeah, no. That one's acrylic. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Let's do some more. I got some more to give. Why not do it? Yeah. Let's do some more. Bam! Let's see. See who gets them. Gail, Chris. Gail, Bonnie. Amy of the Lake. Gwen. And Lori. Cool. Welcome to the Blanket members. That's awesome. Love it. So tell me what you're all working on. Let me know what you're all working on. I got to start something new because I finished everything I was working on. Packers. Ew. Hi, Peggy. Oh, you're fine. You're never late. You're working on letting lunch settle. Okay, that's a good idea. Coffee. Coffee flavored coffee. Packages. Oh, yeah, I know. I got to do that. I got to do that this week. I owe two months of my blanket members. They're there ready to go. I just got to get them shipped out. Working on a hooded scarf. A Denver Broncos graph can. Whew. That's a lot of ends to sew in. Cindy's working on a which way filet baby blanket. Nice. Working on a perfectly squared granny by one. Luck of the draw 13 Advent knitting socks, knitting mosaic, and mosaic blanket. Wow. I'm also at work working. Spring's working on knitted socks. Gary's making angels. They're so pretty. I saw one in Zoom. Need a sip of coffee. It's getting cold though. It's been sitting there while I was gabbing. I'm working on duffel totes. Deb's working on duffel totes. Ryan's working on a pocket shawl from Miss Billy's auction. Nice. Melanie is working on Christmas stockings. Nice. Want to play with my new book so bad, but I have to FO before I can whip. Yeah, I understand. You have socks to finish. You always have stuff to finish, Cindy. No one has more whips than my friend Cindy. No one. Maybe Granny D. They're pretty close. I think they're pretty close. Cindy spent years collecting sock yarn, and now she's trying to work with it. Doreen, you're on week 3 of a holiday 6-day stab blanket. Also did some hats and scarves. Cool. Just because it says 6 days doesn't mean everyone can do it in 6 days. We all have other things going on, you know. Mom is working on making earrings with some of my beads and also quilting. Nice. Yep. I know, honey. Oh, good. Cherry's making me a June blanket for all her family members for Christmas. Isn't that cool? I think that's so cool that they all get a piece of Nana June. I get that to work on too. Just been like, once I finished the 100 for Boggy, I was like, I can breathe now. But I have all these things in my head I want to get done. But I'm trying to catch up on fall cleaning. And oh my God, things just kind of got put aside, you know, while I just kept going and going. I was making 4 or 5 blankets a week towards the end. So I'm glad I got them all done, but now they're all there piled up to ship out. They're all packaged up. I just got to tape them and weigh them and measure them and get on pirate ship and get them out of here. I think I have 12 packages to send out. So I owe 2 people blankets. My blanket members. What's in the ball sacks behind you? These, Brian? Those are my luck of the draws. Yeah. So those are ongoing. I mean, one of them is finished. This one is finished. I'll show you next week. Then I'll only have 2 to work on. But yeah, these are my luck of the draws. So they're whips, but they're continual. I can't, I could finish them today, you know. But I got to wait till I pick the next number, till the cup tells me what color to use next. The almighty cup. Yeah. So that's what those are. Yeah, I really have nothing else. Nothing else in the works because I usually finish things as I start them, you know. I like to finish things, then move on to something else. So, yeah. Yeah. Anybody have any questions? Well, you got me. It was funny. I was on Zoom this morning and Deb Dow was talking about fabric, and we were talking about different things. And I used to sew a lot. I made a lot of quilts one year for Christmas. I made like 12 quilts. So I was telling her that instead of buying fabric for the backing of a quilt, I used to get flat sheets. Like you can get 100% cotton flat sheets and it's cheaper. And to order fabric that width is expensive. So people either seam it up the middle or whatever. And this way you don't have to. You can just get flat sheets in almost any color you want and use those to back your quilts. So another Mama Swift quick tip on frugality. Because it's a lot cheaper that way if anyone sews, you know. $695. No, was not $695. It does work great. Yeah, and you can get almost any color. I used to just order them from Walmart. And, you know, as long as it's 100% cotton, wash them, dry them first, and then you got this whole big piece of fabric to use. It's a lot cheaper than buying fabric of that width, you know. So, yeah. So, all this knowledge in my head. Yeah, it does. It works great. Overachiever. Yeah, well, you know what? We had factory outlets that did fabric outlet, you know, fabric factories where I grew up. So they used to have like second shops where there was little, maybe little misprints in the fabric, and they'd sell it by the pound. It was like $1 a pound. So I could go get like 20 pounds of fabric. You know how much that is? It's a lot of fabric. And I mean, I was cutting them up for quilts anyway. So if it was a little misprint, it didn't matter to me. Most of the time it was on the selvage anyway. So it didn't matter. I would cut them up, and, I made a dozen quilts for cheap one year for Christmas. Yeah, it was great. Your mom used flannel tobacco quilts? Yeah. Peggy is getting caught up on Luck of the Draw 13 colors. I was busy last week with my daughter and grandkids. I'm glad you had fun, honey. I bought flannel set. We never used the flat sheet, so I'm making rice back. There you go. Perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, we did. We had a lot of textile stores, shops, because all the factories were on the East Coast. We had a lot of factories on the East Coast. And they used to just dump all the garbage into the river. It was terrible. And that's why the fish glowed at night. But they didn't know any better back then, Well, maybe they knew better, but they still did it because there were no regulations or anything, But so we had a lot of outlet stores and second shops and, whatever. So it was great to go get cheap fabric. Yeah. So that's what I did. Made a lot of Christmas gifts for cheap that year, and people got homemade gifts that they'll be able to have. They still have, because they last forever. So yeah, I just had a cheap sewing machine from Woolworths at the time. I think it was $100. I mean, that was expensive then for me, but yeah. And I made a lot of stuff with that thing. It didn't do any fancy stuff. It didn't have any bells and whistles, but it got me by, It was nice to make all the kids Halloween costumes and all kinds of stuff. Curtains, to get sheets and make curtains out of them too. You couldn't tell. And again, if you had a big window, you didn't have these seams, or you didn't have to make all these panels. You could just, it was great. So yeah, it worked out good that way. Cool. Okay. Anybody? While you got me, anybody got any questions? Remember when you go to thrift stores, cut up jeans, make quilts, purses? Oh yeah. I used to go to thrift stores and get sweaters too off racks and take the yarn apart and take them apart and reuse the yarn. Because back in the day, you couldn't afford to buy yarn. Well, I couldn't anyway. So, right? It works out great. Yeah. So yeah, I used to do that a lot. Go and buy sweaters off at the thrift stores and pull the yarn out and use it. It gave me yarn to play with, Fitted sheet, match the curtains. Yeah. Well, I didn't buy fitted. I just bought flat sheets because you could buy them separate, So I used to get just flat sheets and all different colors, and yeah. It was great. It worked out great. Yeah, it's a cheap way out. Thrift stores. Just use your own. Yeah, well, you could be, back in the day, you could get sweaters for $1 or $2, and you got quite a bit of yarn out of them, They might have a little hole in them or, whatever, especially if they were wool, because of, critters. But yeah, I'd take them home and wash them, hand wash, and take them apart. And all right, Jessica, have a good day, honey. Thanks for coming. So yeah, you did what you had to do back then. You still do. There's still times, I'll go to thrift stores and see what they got. You never know what you're gonna find. You find treasures. Okay, so like I said, the things that are available. Oh, thank you, Gary, for being a member for 3 months. Wow, it's been 3 months already. That's crazy. I love you too, honey. All right, Cindy, have a good day. Love you. All right, I'm going to head out of here too. I just wanted to jump on and show you a few things. And I know I put up Luck of the Draw this morning, but whatever. I don't care. People say not to put up 2 videos in one day. I ain't worried about algorithms and all that stuff. I don't worry about that stuff. I just hadn't been on live for a while, so I thought I would jump on. Do you have one that doesn't go around? Marshmallow kiss? Yeah, I have kisses. Rows of kisses, it's called. Jaxie's going to do the tutorial as soon as she starts feeling better. She's going to do it for me. So I have the written pattern if you want it. Just email me, Patsy. I'll send you the written pattern. But yeah. Oh, good, Connie. I'm glad you came. All right. Take care. So if no one's got any other questions, I'm going to head out and wish you all a good day. Sound like I'm British all of a sudden. Later, Gators. Hi, Jen. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you for inviting me into your home with all the choices you have on YouTube. That you can watch me means the world. Take care, stay safe,